Here we go again.
What a genuine genius this guy is. Just literally getting everyone else in the world, all the other creators in the world, to be doing his freaking bidding for him and his advertising for him. And then you know who he picks? All the biggest creators. All the FaZe, all that new Como house, all the AMP. He just put a sketch.
Right on cue, after the announcement of the participants of Streamer University,
we already knew that.
We have think piece after think piece about who belongs.
We knew that.
And who doesn't. People are criticizing Cenat, saying that there's nothing but BBL women in there, there's nothing but friends in there, there's nothing but celebrities in there, and there's nothing but big streamers in there. And to be honest with you, this is something that Cenat called almost verbatim that people will be criticizing him for.
A lot of niggas about to hate me after this, whether it's good or bad, whatever it is. A lot of niggas are going to hate me. Yeah. I can see the TikTok think pieces already. We don't get accepted, we didn't get accepted.
And I guess if you look at the biggest names on the roster, then maybe I could understand how some people are getting to these conclusions, but honestly, they are wrong. Not only are you seeing celebrities, but you're seeing big streamers, professors, people who have already had motion. But when you start to break down the numbers as to who is in Streaming University, you realize that, I ain't gonna lie, people are turning a blind eye to the reality of the fact, and it's probably based on the fact that they are jealous that they didn't get in. It seems as though the backlash is misguided. It's never supposed to be.
That just is what it is. I told y'all I'm hating. I don't care what you think the reason is. I'm hating on Streaming University until I am in it. And if I don't ever get in it, I'm going to hate forever. That's just simple. Do your homework on hate farming. You ever seen a farmer? You ever seen a farmer? He grows the plants. I'm growing the hate because I'm hate farming.
We let anybody in university.
Crazy lady.
I think we need to break down who got into Streamer University and why people are hating so much. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. If you subscribe, I'm gonna let you into Omizi University. Except for the freak balls. Some of the freak balls, y'all can't be here. Now, back into the video.
Streamer University, is it not for streamers trying to make it? You're bringing millionaires into the team! What does he need this for?
It's my...
Uh-oh, why am you?
My...
Yeah, I don't know why the sound just cut off, y'all. I don't know what he's saying, so I'm gonna skip it.
Dang, and oh, brother, these guys stink. In the aftermath of Streamer University's acceptance list, I've had to have my ear yapped off by nonsensical content creators, streamers, Twitter people, Instagram people.
Here's what I think though. So you think, this is what I will say. So you think that he didn't know he was getting in? Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues. But they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Because I think it's very unlikely that every single person who applied to Streamer University got girls and friends and confetti and suits and chains and they got this whole party. And I know it was people who had a party who didn't get in, you know what I'm saying? But everybody that applied didn't do this. You feel me?
Content creators, streamers, Twitter people, Instagram people about their think pieces and theories as to why that there are so many celebrities and big name streamers in Streamer University. This tweet says, I'm not gonna lie, Kai only picked like max 5 people who were affiliates or had a low following. Not speaking for myself, by the way, I'm partner. Everybody else was either partnered or super known already. It was damn near 90% women also. This other tweet says, that's a damn shame Cenat had all those people apply and come to Streamer University, only for him to choose streamers that are already well known.
It's streamers that are already well known, but it's people who didn't even come to apply to Streamer University, who didn't even do the in-person auditions, who did. So that's my main problem. And this is on the other side of hate farming and shit like that, bro. You had people come, thousands of people, probably tens of thousands of people come line up like they had a real chance you knew you was gonna have Dream Doll on there already. Dream Doll don't stream. You knew Sky Jackson was gonna be on there already. Don't act like you didn't know that. Don't act like you went home and was like, oh man, I don't know who to pick. Oh, Sky Jackson, man, she's been going crazy. She's been grinding really hard. Let me get, like, you already know. So that's the only thing. But if you know, say that. That's all I've been saying. If you know, say that. If you knew Clarence and Queen, them motherfuckers don't stream. They doing a couple pranks and shit, gang. I don't even think they really posting for real like that. Did they take a fat ass break? Like, hey, don't she sing? And that's not hating on them. I actually love them. I used to watch them a lot. But it's like, you know, you orchestrated this a certain way. You know, you already had this planned out. You feel me? You did not go through a million applications and pick every single person and go through and pay attention to every single person. And it's only been like 3 weeks, bro, since the in-person auditions. You didn't do that. You already knew majority of the people. And then you probably randomly picked a few small creators to make it look real. And then, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I think people is keep going over people's head. Do your homework.
What was the point of acting like you were trying to find new raw talent? If
Exactly.
the talent is already famous people. Boy, confirmation bias is a for some of these people. Look, if you only look at the most recognizable names, it can feel like only the big creators got in, the small creators got pushed to the side. And when people see celebrities, big streamers, and professors all on the same roster, it makes the whole thing feel more exclusive than it actually is. Honestly, this is where the backlash becomes misleading to me. People are reacting to the names that they recognize and not the full roster.
Did Cenat actually ignore small streamers? 40% of the streamers that got accepted averaged 1 to 150 viewers per stream. So to me, I consider these the small streamers, and they made up 40% of the acceptance rate. Now, from all the people who averaged 0 to 150 viewers, 16 people got accepted, averaging less than 25 viewers per stream. Now, these are people who were super consistent. They have been streaming for weeks, months, maybe even years, and they haven't been getting much love. So the really small streamers are pretty well represented here.
Now, shouts out to that guy who put together that comprehensive video about the data.
What I will challenge on that is you also have people who do not stream. From my understanding, at least. Maybe they do stream, and maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that's not a possibility. But, like, for example, let me type in Dream Doll. Dream Doll has 3,000 followers on Twitch. She was last live 2 days ago, but she is a famous person. If you go on her Instagram, she has 5 million followers. She's known for being a BBL bandit on, like, Bad Girls Club, one of them shows. You know what I'm saying? She don't stream. So you got to think about it. In that 33%, you got people like Dream Doll who famous. They just ain't turned on streaming yet. But they famous, though. Just like you had India Love, who famous, but she wasn't streaming before she came to Streamer You. So if you think phone calls ain't going on in the background, if you think labels ain't emailing and paying, and if you think that's not going on, you naive, gang. That's all I'm saying. I want y'all to wake up to the real thing. And the reason I want y'all to do that is so people can stop putting all this faith into another person. Put that faith into yourself. If you think Cenat is not picking up phone calls, you think Cenat is not taking 100,000, 200,000, let me in. Taking, hey, this label knows his agent, and his agent knows they manager, and I need you to promote this person because she got an album, or she doing this, or she doing that. Those things happen. I just know how the industry works. Those things happen. You can't be. Now, I'm not saying it is happening, but I'm saying it's likely that it's happening.
Pretty well
so when you look at this 33%, you also looking at that a part of that 33% is people who already famous.
Now, shouts out to that guy who put together that comprehensive video
That's my
behind
rebuttal.
Who got into Streamer University and who didn't, because he confirmed what I felt as I watched the Streamer University announcement list live. 40% of accepted streamers had between 1 and 150 viewers. Now, in the grand scheme of it all, that's decently sized, but nobody would say that that's a big streamer. 18% had 150 to 500 viewers. 17.5% are non-streamers and people who only started streaming recently. That's 76%. That's more than 3/4 of the streamers being what we would call smaller streamers or just non-streamers at all. Only 4.2% of the people that made it were people who averaged 10,000 or more viewers. And I felt the same exact way when I was watching it in real time.
That doesn't matter though, bro.
10,000
y'all, it's going over y'all.
I felt the same exact way when I was watching.
It's going over y'all head. Jordan Lucas, ain't this Deshae Frost ex? McQueen, I think McQueen was gonna get in regardless because of whatever happened before. But you got Sketch, you got Sky Jackson, you have Tiana Muscara, this DDG's ex. But she doesn't have a lot of stream. But these people already have platforms. They've already they already have Runic TV. You don't see what he did? Like, just keep it honest, bro. Okay, Funny Mike was in there last year. So this year, I'm not going to bring Funny Mike. I'm going to bring his best friend, Runic. DDG was in here last year. So this year, I'm not going to bring him back. I'm going to bring his fucking brother. And it's just the people I know about. I'm not really deep into the streamer world to know every single person on this list. But if you look into it and you actually go person by person, there is some type of connection that Cenat has with a decent amount of these people. I'm not even gonna say a lot, but he has connection with these people, gang. You feel me? And if you don't know, then you just won't know. But if you keep going down the line, you will see that there's a connection to Cenat through these people. And it's not a coincidence that these people... All right, let me show you. Runic TV. Runic is Funny Mike's best friend. Okay? But if you go to his Twitch, he only has... 2 days ago, he only has 9,000 viewers in 5 hours. So he probably only averaged about a few hundred viewers, if that, right? But then you go to his Instagram, and he's got 2 million followers. So yeah, y'all are looking at, in this video, y'all are looking at the streaming numbers. You're not looking at the overall platform. And that's how it's being confirmed to y'all. And this is just me intellectually thinking. That's how it's being confirmed to y'all that, oh, he got a lot of smaller streamers. Okay, he got a lot of smaller streamers, but he has people that he knows that know somebody that pushed him into the, you feel what I'm saying? And we're not going to ignore that. That's the fact. We just not going to do it.
Watching it in real time, looking up people go from 1 live viewer to 20,000 live viewers. So this idea that Cenat accepted just the biggest names in the content creation space, the massive streamers only, that's just not true. Now, of course, you're going to have the big name celebrities and bigger streamers involved, which we'll get into a little bit later. But a lot of the backlash is based on people reacting to those names that are huge and not recognizing the full picture. They can't see the forest for the trees. Is that it? I think I said it right this time. I don't know. But once the data shows that there are small creators, the argument then transitions to why not pick even more?
Even Sky Jackson, look, she got 9,000 views yesterday. 5,000 viewers in an hour. So she's a smaller streamer, but the bitch, I'm sorry, she has 9 million, damn near 10 million followers on Instagram though. So y'all are looking at these people who are, oh, they don't average that many viewers. Yeah, but they have 9, 10, 5, 3, 4, 2 million viewers. 2 million followers on Instagram. And they just so happen to know Cenat through somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And y'all trying to convince me that these people weren't already pre-picked? Okay.
Or unknown people. That's where people are forgetting about the auditions.
Every time you with that nigga, I lose. I'm the one that got to pay for it. But he the one who think he the man in Compton, because he is. Now you going to get off his corner? You going to let his people be? Or by all means, you going to have to find a new plug. You don't mean that shit. The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me, brick by brick. And I refuse for you to tear it down because you don't like the way another nigga talk. How you doing, Kyle?
What size shirt do that nigga wear? God damn.
He did that.
You see, this is the part where most people are forgetting. You didn't need some sort of big platform to get Cenat's attention. You didn't need a huge social media presence. The auditions were the opportunity for you to show your personality, talent, confidence, or something memorable. The big guy who performed the snowfall scene and the guy who arrested Cenat, which I thought was the most funniest thing in the world, are perfect examples of these.
For here from the Amos Department of Corrections, could you kindly stand up for me? We're here to issue you a few citations. So you have 2 options. We're going to offer you 2 deals. I need you to hire me as the hall monitor for Streamer University. As you can see, I'm very competent at my job, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So that's one way to go, or you'll be apprehended at the scene as we speak.
Okay, I can't accept now.
They didn't ask Cenat for a chance. They used the moment to show presence. And for the big guy specifically, that helped him get in. There has to be some sort of baseline in these auditions. Streamer University just can't accept anybody in because they wanted badly. Hell, everybody in that line wanted it badly. But as somebody who was a part of the Atlanta auditions, think about if Cenat let all 2,200 of those people in, 2,200 people from the New York one, 2,200 from the LA.
Ain't nobody saying that.
Come on,
though,
guys.
bro.
I don't know what people are expecting. This one tweet from Ari the Mermaid sums up the audition process because I know people thought that was also a waste of time. See, this type of thinking is what I hate. It's not a waste at all. Being a streamer is literally putting yourself out there for opportunities. Most people don't even have that courage to do so and want to take that leap of faith to try. Showing up in and of itself was an opportunity for you to
What? How am I gonna put myself out there if I don't get an audition? How am I gonna put myself out there if there's 45 other big streamers who cut the line and then take 20 minutes in the audition, and then you got most of the small streamers, you gonna tell them, yeah, I'm done, bye. What the fuck are y'all talking? Sometimes y'all just be like kind of like dick eating a little bit. See, I just go off the facts. I go off the facts, bro. Now, me personally, I've told y'all plenty of times, I'm hating on Cenat until he let me in that shit. That just is what it is. And I don't really care what nobody got to say about it. But I also understand that he's doing something positive for the community. Nobody else is putting together shit for the streamer community or the content creator community. So I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is the lying by omission. The lying by omission to where you're acting like you didn't have this shit pre-planned. You're acting like you didn't call DDG and fucking, I can't think of nobody else. Jason the Ween. You didn't call Deshay. You didn't call just all the people that he called. I don't even know off the top of my head, but you didn't call all these people. You called them people and you said, hey, we have a Streamer University before you even announced it. Before you even announced it, you called them and you said, hey, we doing this. Y'all pull up. You know, we're going to do the auditions. I'm going to make sure y'all get clipped. Adrian Broner and Dean, like, you called them and made sure they got in, bro. They didn't wait in line like everybody else. So just tell us that. Just say that. Just say, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Only 200 people get in. If you ain't the first 200 people or you ain't the first 40 people, nigga, you might as well go home. Because I ain't getting y'all. Don't let these people sit outside all day. You feel me? But you let them sit outside all day because it's promotion. It's marketing. It's pushing your shit. And that ain't right. I just don't agree with that.
Do so and want to take that leap of faith to try. Showing up in and of itself was an opportunity for you to get content, for you to get visibility, and for you to network and create some type of experience. I know a lot of people saw an influx in viewership, whether it be on their short form content, their long form content, their live stream, just because they were doing, saying, or being around Streamer University. And at the end of the day, this is literally what being a content creator is about. Putting yourself out there in a safe and respectful way of yourself and others, but just getting out there and experiencing something totally different and new. And this is where the conversation for a lot of these people who didn't get in and are upset today gets a little uncomfortable because they felt like they were a small streamer and Cenat's not letting small streamers in. Small streamer doesn't just mean a random person who deserves some sort of chance. Small streamer means somebody who has proven something but just doesn't have the viewership yet.
I'm fucking trans, bro. I be transitioning OD. I was on TikTok live with all girls. Then I went to Twitch and then I had no views. Then I built up all guys, all dudes. And I started doing girl content, Risen. I blew up with that. The only people who consistently grow in content creation and social media are the people who can transition. If you can't transition, your career lifespan is going to be way more shorter.
This is where people confuse being small with unqualified. A creator can average under 500 viewers and still have years, and I do mean years.
I kind of disagree with that too. You don't have to transition. Some of the biggest YouTubers and streamers in the world are not transitioning. Asmongold, XQC, Neon, right? Flight Reacts, DJ Ghost. I love those. I love saying those. Soluminati. They've been doing the same content for 10 plus years. Those are the people who lasted. You know what I'm saying? You can transition and go and ride wave to wave and do wave to wave and wave to wave. But you can also be very successful doing your own thing and staying in your own lane. You feel me? And not having to do collabs and go with this person and that person and do this trend and that trend and this trend and that trend, because for everybody who comes up off a trend, there's 5 people that fall off when that trend stops trending. Just like the NPC shit. When the NPC shit was popping, everybody was on TikTok getting rich as hell off of it. Then it stopped popping. It's a new trend now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't have to do that. You don't have to transition. You can stick to yo shit. You could do reactions just like me. I've proven it. You could do reactions and keep doing reactions and keep doing react. I can do reactions for the next 30 years if I want to. I'm 27. Now, when I'm 37, am I going to be reacting to Streamer University? Probably not. When I'm 47, am I going to be reacting? No, I'll probably be reacting to something political. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be reacting to something relationship or family or business, or I'll grow with myself. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to do that.
Years of experience. They can have clips, community, editing reps, personality, and real content identity. Brayden is a good example of that. He started in short form, then moved to the IRL streaming with the girls, and then realized, hey, he's not gonna build a real community doing that. So then he shifted towards more of the personality being the product. This is the type of creator that Streamer University makes sense for. Not someone who magically becomes a creator overnight. Somebody who's been trying, adjusting, failing.
Who is this? What's this nigga name?
Or some sort of chance. Small streamer means somebody who has proven something, but just doesn't have the viewership yet.
I'm fucking trans, bro. I'll be transitioned all bro. Like
creator can have clips, sample of that. He started editing reps, personality, and real content identity. Brayden is a good example of that. He started in short form, then moved to the IRL streaming with the girls.
He's streaming with Silky right here. He's streaming with Silky. So I just want y'all to know a lot of this shit be, and this is a lesson for you guys. A lot of stuff in life, most of the time, a lot of things in life is more about who you know than what you know or how good you are. Because, like Bronny James, for example, Bronny James is LeBron James' dad, is LeBron James' son. You don't think there was somebody in college that was a better player than Bronny James was in college that they could have picked? But they picked Bronny because of nepotism. It's called nepotism. Nepotism is a thing in the world. It just is what it is. You have to accept that. So if you are not going to use I'm gonna use myself as an example. Since I don't want to use other people. I want to stand on my own 10 toes, because if I need other people, right? If I need collabs, other streamers to be successful, that means I'll probably always need that, right? So I chose to do that, but I chose to stick to myself, stick to my guns, not really do collabs. Since I chose that, I have to work 10 times harder than people like this, which is why y'all see me posting 5, 6, 7 videos a day, which is why y'all see me owning 30, 40, 50 channels. I hire this person, that person, this faceless channel, that faceless channel, this clip channel, that clip channel, this business, that business. So it requires more work. You know what I'm saying? But a lot, like, just like in Bronny James' situation, if you wanted to get drafted over Bronny, you were going to have to average 40 in college, even though he only averaged 5. But you can't average 15 and think you're going to get drafted over him. You have to make it exponentially clear that, hey, I am better. Right? I am better. I am better. I will be better. I will do better. I will work harder, and I will show you that your nepotism will never compare to my work ethic. But you have to understand that a lot of times this shit be about connections, bro. Most of the biggest streamers are connected to other big fucking streamers. You've never seen a dub stream go viral. Actual stream, you've never seen a dub stream go viral. But because his brother is DDG, it's going to be a lot easier for him, as it should be. You're supposed to put your people on. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, but you have to understand that about life. So sometimes you might have to go rub shoulders and elbows with some people. You might have to act like you cool with a nigga who you really can't stand his voice. And, you know, you might have to do these things. And if you don't want to do them, understand that you are taking the long route. Understand that it will be a lot harder for you. Your knees will be a lot dirty. Your hands will be a lot dirtier. Your shoes, you will walk in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? Last example, if me and you are trying to get to the same destination, you know somebody with a car. I don't know anybody with a car. We will still get to the same destination. I have to walk take the train, take the bus, ride my bike, whatever it is. You can drive and get there in 15 minutes. I have to walk. It's going to take me 2 hours, but I promise we still going to get there. It's just going to take me a little longer. Because I don't have the connection to somebody who owns a car that can drive me to this destination. But I do have 2 feet. I have 2 feet. I have a back. I put my shit in my book bag and I walk. I don't care how long it takes me. It could take me 3 hours and it take you 20 minutes. But we going to both get there. I promise you that. So that's how I want y'all to just look at life, bro. But just because you don't know nobody with a car don't mean you can't get to where you're trying to go. You get your motherfucking ass up, you put your one foot in front of another, and you get there. It's just gonna take you long.
Hey, he's not gonna build a real community doing that. So
and
then
that's just sauce,
towards
nigga.
more of the personality being the product. This is the type of creator that Streamer University makes sense for. Not someone who magically becomes a creator overnight. Somebody who's been trying, adjusting, failing, and trying to figure out exactly what their content is. Even when I go and look for somebody who is going to be an undiscovered streamer or a next big content creator, I look at their entire scope, not just what you did in a year. Do you really understand the process? Did you hop into 2K and then switch from gaming to something more IRL? Did you do some talking head videos? Have you gone through all of these different things to understand what works and what doesn't work in multiple niches? And then once you understand that, you can make anything work, to be quite honest with you. And if you look at that, that's consistent about all the big streamers and content creators across the internet. Hell, even Cenat went from gaming to pranks to stories to what he is now. And that path that he's got makes Cenat one of the best A&Rs in the business. He's really got an eye for talent.
Cenat put me on to Speed, actually. First time I watched Speed was when I was in the AMP house and Speed was barking in his room and he was sweating. And I think he just hit 1 million subs. And Cenat said, nah, Speed is up next. And I'm like, what? What is this? He's just some barking in his room, shirtless, sweaty. He's like, nah, he got it. Look where Speed is now, bro. And Cenat was right. He has an eye for talent. That's why the Stream University is so cool.
Kai isn't just looking at numbers. He's looking for presence, moments, personalities, and people who can actually handle attention. But even if Kai has an eye for talent, Streamer University is still not just a charity event. It's also a live stream event. And that means that the roster needs some sort of balance.
It is a business. And the type of people that were picked for that Streaming University, you could tell the catalog, the type of people that they pick. And it's no hard feelings against them. It's just a vibe, the energy that he going for with the 2026 class. It's like obvious, you could see. I kind of feel that sentiment like, yeah, it shouldn't be people that are Twitch partner picked or people that already have some motion picked. But again, like, game is game. That's just simply how this always been.
I think that a lot of people don't understand that at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of balance that goes into all of this. Naturally, Cenat can't have all big names and all big streamers. He can't have all women. He can't have all men. He can't have all small streamers. There has to be some sort of balance. So when I listen to some of these criticisms of people when they talk about Stream University, I just feel as though they're not hitting the nail on the head and they're not seeing the forest for the trees.
Cenat, we're not watching that bullshit. We're not watching Celebrity University. Why the f is Lizzo's, Geo? Like, what the f are you doing, my nigga?
Dream Dog? I just want to give a message to all those people out there that went and lined up. What you need to work on is your clout. Get your clout up. Don't look for Stream University to be the thing that catapults you. If you haven't noticed, it's mainly Cenat bringing in people who got clout and a bunch of females who got semi-clout.
If Cenat was to fill it with all the big names in the world, it would feel more like...
No, see, this is what I don't like. You just ignored all these facts. These was facts. Dream Dog? You're not about to tell me that Dream Dog manager don't know your agent that know your label or y'all not signed to the same agency. I know how this shit works, bro. I'm not naive to like, nigga, I know how this works, bro. Dream Dog didn't even know what to do to the point where you go on her Instagram. Let me show you. You go on her Instagram and she didn't even, you know how people was like doing a stream for like watching Streamer University. She didn't even do that. She just posted a clip from somebody TikTok. She literally just took somebody clip. It's called the video. The TikTok is Clipped City SU. She took this clip and put it on her Instagram. Dream Dog. She not even reacting to it. She don't even know what the fuck to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you're not about to tell me that somebody ain't called. You're like, come on, bro.
work on is your clout. Get your clout up. Don't look for Streamer University to be the thing that catapults you. If you haven't noticed, it's mainly Cenat bringing in people who got clout and a bunch of females who got semi-clout.
If Cenat was to fill it with all the big names in the world, it would feel more like an award show as opposed to something that is real and authentic, which is the basis and foundation of streaming. If you were to fill it all with women, it would feel like some sort of OnlyFans event.
It's not
if you
real,
with...
and that's the problem. Y'all keep getting fucked up. It's not real and authentic. It's a movie set. That's all it is. He just cast it. All them small streamers are the extras. Dream Doll, Clarence NYC, Queen, fucking Tiana, DDGX, who else I see on there? Dub, all those people are the cast. All the small streamers are the extras. Those the people that sit in the restaurant that don't say shit. That you just see the side of their face. It's a movie. It's not real and authentic. That's what y'all got fucked up. It's streaming. Streaming is no different than a movie. Okay? Understand that. It's a movie. It's a set. It's a TV show. It's not real and authentic, bro. Okay? Tariq St. Patrick ain't really killing people in real life. His name isn't even fucking Tariq in real life. His name is Michael Rainey. I think. Michael Rainey Jr., I think, right? His name is not Tariq St. Patrick, bro. They don't really call Ghost. He has a real name. He's not really killing people and selling drugs in New York. It's not real and authentic. Stop that. That's what y'all got. What y'all got fucked up. It's not real and authentic.
Just the bros, it would feel like a sausage party. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to see that. And if it was to fill it with all small streamers, I'm telling y'all, working in this industry before, I have had so many issues with just working with just smaller streamers. It's actually crazy. Not that there's anything inherently bad with them. It's just that they're not there yet. The audience still needs storylines. The stream still needs recognizable faces. The professors need some sort of experience to bring attention and structure. The mid-level creators bring momentum, and the smaller creators bring discovery. That's the mix right there. Streamer University is not just who deserves it the most, it's also who creates the moments, who can bring the audience, who can teach, who can network, and who can make the event entertaining. Now, does that mean the mix is always gonna be perfect? No. Some celebrity picks are fair to question. This one Twitter user asking, why is Lizzo here after she went from being a Grammy Award-winning artist to where she is now?
Lizzo is here because her manager and her labels have connections to Cenat's agency. And they said, hey, Lizzo, we need her. Nobody's talking about her. She's not selling albums anymore. She's not trending anymore. So let's put her in the most trending thing on the internet right now, Streamer University. Let's get her in there. How can we get her in there? Call Cenat's agent. Okay, what we got to do? What we got to do? Do we got to promote it? Do we got to give you $1 million? Do we got to give you 200,000? Do we got to promise you this or that? Or are we going to make sure you get in the movie later? This is a I scratch your back, you scratch my back type of industry, bro. This is the type of business that you in. You have to understand that, okay? Dream Doll, same thing. Clarence and Queen, they don't stream. Let me actually go on their page real quick. Clarence NYC, let's go to his page, okay? Go to his page. This nigga on his main page, he ain't posted in a year. On his live page, he posted 6 times in the last 4 months. Okay, now let's go to their couple channel. Queen and Clarence, perfect. They ain't posted on this bitch in a month. They don't stream. They don't even make content for real. But a phone call got made. Because if you throwing an event, who you gonna invite? Your friends first, right? See, you just gotta be logical about it. I'm not mad. I'm just this the truth. If I had my Streamer University, the first motherfuckers I'm calling is my friends too. The difference between me and Cenat is I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to be like, yeah, I ain't going to lie. This Streamer University, this is a set. This is some shit for us to stream. This is some shit for us to pay attention to, for everybody to get what you call it off of. But the first motherfuckers I'm inviting is my friends. Now, if we going to have 20 small streamer spots, nigga, apply, good luck. Everybody else, nigga. Because I'm not saying, if Lizzo called me and say she want to give me $500,000 to let me in my, no problem. Send that shit. Wire transfer. Here's my account number. Here's my routing number. So I'm not sitting here and saying like it's a bad thing, but say that. Don't send these people off. Have these people editing and bringing cameraman and lining up outside and shit, calling off work.
It's valid, but I think if you look at Lizzo's career and what's going on in her space, especially with the last album, says it all makes sense to me. If you want to question a professor, I think that that's fine too. And some of the baddies may have gotten off of vibes and aura. Okay, fine. I want to ask, what would you do? A few questionable
No,
picks.
we're not. You can't say all of that, and then when you get to a point you don't agree with, you just swoop over that. You have to acknowledge that point is valid too.
Don't make the entire roster a scam. A lot of the anger feels like people turning rejection into proof that the whole thing was rigged. Some people are mad because they didn't get picked. Some people are mad because their favorite content creator didn't get picked. Some people are mad because they thought Streamer University was just gonna be some sort of open door giveaway. But not getting accepted does not mean that the whole process was pointless. And it definitely doesn't mean that there should be no criteria at all. Look, Streamer University is not perfect. I promise you nothing in this world is. Kai can still be criticized for certain picks. But the whole idea that Stream University is for big streamers and celebrities only, that's just not true. The roster has small, middle, new, big, and it has professors. The balance is the point. Look, I challenge people this weekend to go on Twitch, to go on Kick, to go on YouTube, to go on Rumble, to go on TikTok, whatever. Scroll down and look at the people who were on the smaller side that you felt like should have got in, or who criticized Kai Cenat for making a list. And then look at their content. And then look at how consistent they've been. And then ask yourself, is this person who is doing chess streams, who is very monotone, who's 67, do you think that they would fit into Streamer University? Do you think that this
Nobody's
Instagram
saying
person
that,
who
though,
only
bro.
has like 3 or 4 posts and they put in an application to Streamer, do you think that they deserve to be in Streamer University? This woman on Instagram said, at Kai Cenat, I thought Streamer University was meant for small creators who are trying to perfect their craft and grow, not people who are already famous and have millions of dollars in their bank account.
Well, you can get mad at this, but unless my recollection is fucked up, that's what he said and that's what he promoted it as. He didn't promote it as, yeah, with Streamer University, this is what we're gonna be doing. It's gonna be streaming, it's gonna be a set. You know what I'm saying? We doing this, we doing that. You feel me? Like, okay, if you gonna do it that way, stop having applications and you just go and pick who you want, send them an email. If they accept, then they come on and then you put it on the board. Why have the application process? You feel me? But this is how he promoted it. This is why a lot of people thought this. They thought that it was gonna be meant for smaller creators to try to learn how to stream and learn how to get clips and learn how to edit and you shit like that. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was like a fucking like a youth center. You know what I'm saying? Like a boys and girls club. You can come, you can learn how to play basketball, you can learn how to play chess, you can hang out, you can do this, you can do that. Not like an exclusive club that you gotta, you know?
I'm not even a streamer, and the choices made honestly upset me. It feels like a missed opportunity to give aspiring creators the exposure and guidance they actually need. If you ask me, this whole thing is a joke and a slap in these small creators' face who stood in line for hours. And when I scrolled down her page, I thought to myself, where do you fit in? Like, no disrespect and no shade to her, but like, you know, content creation is for everybody. Every facet of content creation is not for everybody. I just don't understand why people believe that Streamer University was supposed to be let everybody in university.
I can see the TikTok think pieces already.
See, two things could be true though, and we can't jump from one extreme to the other. We're not saying let everybody in. We're not saying just let everybody, whoever, what you want, let all 5,000 people in. We're not saying that. We're also not saying that you should let in these people who don't stream, who got millions of followers on Instagram, multiple people. I've seen 4 or 5 people. You want me to pull up DDGX? What's her name? Like Tiana Muscara or some shit? Tiana Muscara, 1 million followers. Let's go to her links. She has a Twitch. Let's go to the Twitch. Where's the fuck is the Twitch? Here goes the Twitch. 82K total followers. And she gets 3 weeks ago, she got about 400 views. Okay. And ever since the Streamer University announcement, she's been getting 100K, 35K, all this shit up here. So if you scroll down, if you keep scrolling, you'll see that the views was decent. They was never really like turned for real, but at least she streams consistently. So I give her that. This is all within the last month. She's streaming. So shout out to it. You feel me? Because she ain't fucking Dream Doll who got no streams on there. Dream Doll don't got no streams on her shit, gang.
This doesn't make sense. Every school, institute, university, whatever you want to say, has some sort of criteria. There has to be a baseline. And the ones who are actually ready for those opportunities.
But that's what you missing over your head. There's no baseline. There's no baseline.
Usually understand that. For those
it's
that
all a
get
plan
in, like
set.
myself even, this isn't gonna stop me from creating content.
Hell
This isn't
no,
gonna stop me from being consistent. It may change how I do content, right? Especially if that's my end goal and I want to get to that thing. I'm gonna study what's on this list. I'm going to study the trends that come up in the upcoming years, see who's hot, see who's not, all these different things, and then boom, make some pivots and decisions to fit my type of content better for that. But ultimately, I'm never gonna stop learning and stop growing as a content creator, and neither should you if that's what you truly want to be. But if it takes passing that to say like, yo, I'm about to do Streamer University for you to start doing a bunch of content, get consistent, maybe post a couple IG pics here and there or whatever, just to say that you're a small creator, then I'm gonna be honest with you, this probably isn't for you. Take this year to really reflect.
I see what the comments got to say really quick. What people don't get is that you also need famous streamers to link up with. As someone born in the early 90s, it still blows my mind that streaming is even not for real. Legit career path. Like parents will one day tell their kids about how they tried to be a streamer influencer. Yeah, that's true. It's crazy. Many of those people who wanted a chance to go to streaming university quit their job. They should have not put all their eggs in one basket. Why are people acting like streaming university, which is basically a big reality TV show, somehow should be held to some standard of fairness? It's Love Island, but with streamers. Exactly. It's just reality TV. This is not an actual university. This is not an admission scandal at USC or UF. Exactly. But to be fair, he didn't explain it like that. He didn't promote it like that. You know what I mean? He didn't promote it like a Love Island, like a Bad Girls Club. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't promote it like that. He promoted it like, hey, I'm going to be helping y'all learn how to stream. You feel me? People haven't realized that this is just another form of reality TV. Cenat is a good example of how quickly the masses' opinion on you can change. In his program, at the end of the day, he can invite whoever he pleases. True. People putting their hopes and dreams into something. I know someone personally who got in who is not a celebrity, not a big streamer. Honestly, the dude doesn't even stream. LOL. I was really surprised. He does more YouTube, IG, and TikTok content. Damn, this ain't a slam against your channel. I like your content, but I think I just had an epiphany while watching this. I don't care about these people. I don't care about any of this. I think I'm going to try to put my phone down for a while. God bless. And this person said, this comment section is hilarious. People are seeing the math in their face in your video and are still finding a way to twist and misconstrue it to fit their beliefs about Kai as a person. See, to me, it ain't got nothing to do with about Kai as a person or beliefs. But I'm going to say the facts is in that 33% that it said, only 33% of these people, 33% of the people have under 100 average under 100. Yeah, but they know him. So they might be smaller streamers, but they aren't just some random streamer. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. This is Love Island. That was a great example that he said. Love Island is a great, perfect example of what the fuck this is. Now, on the contrary, I'm going to turn this video off so I get done with my reactions because I don't know if you heard, but Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 just came out on the PS5. I will be streaming that shit today. I'll tell you that. Fuck you.